Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Magic versus Pelicans NBA matchup on Thursday, March 21st, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, people with big bankrolls looking for that one-on-one concierge style service. We offer these products, they're just not available on the website. So you got to text the number you see on the screen. So if you make big bets like I do, go ahead and text that number. But let's get to this one. Magic taking on the Pelicans. Two good young teams going at it in this one. Two teams headed in the right direction. Boy, you see these young teams and they just look to be tail spinning. And then you see other ones where it's like they kind of hit that bottom and now they're bouncing back up, and both these teams living proof that that can happen. And it really doesn't take that long if you follow the process. And the Magic, of course, drafted number one overall last season, and then prior to that, the Pelicans had number one overall draft choice. Both those guys that were drafted in those, Banchero for the Magic and Zion Williamson for the Pelicans, neither of them busting out. Both these guys certainly playing extremely well. And of course, for Zion Williamson, it's his first year that we haven't really seen him injured for a good portion of the season. And look at the Pelicans' results with that 42-26 coming into this thing. Meanwhile, the Magic, 41-28. These guys can simply cover point spreads like no one's business. They keep moving these spreads on these Magic games, but it's not making much of a difference because this team just continues to play hard. 8-2 straight up in their last 10 games and 8-2 against the number. 24-9 at home this season. 23-9-1 against the number. Holy smokes. Meanwhile, we got a Pelicans team 22-13 straight up on the road. 19-13-2 when it comes to covering the number on the road. So both, these teams just really getting it done. And the Pelicans also 8-2 straight up in their last 10 and 7-2-1 against the number. When we look at, the meetings between these two teams this year, well, there haven't been any, so there's not a lot to look at there. We look at the Pelicans' recent play. 3 wins in a row, Clippers, Blazers, and Nets. So not a lot of stiff competition in there. Prior to that, Atlanta Hawks, banged up Sixers at Toronto. The big one, maybe the win over the Pacers, following up on the loss, playing them on the back-to-back. For the Magic, not much of a tough schedule here either. Pretty much the same cast of characters, except a game against the Knicks, which they lost. They also lost their meeting with the Pacers. When we look, what these teams are doing, it's the Pelicans shooting 38% from beyond the arc and 48.9% from the floor, while the Magic defense has been pretty solid at guarding the perimeter, 7th best in the NBA, but 18th best in overall defense. But the Magic simply bang those defensive boards, so while teams shoot reasonably well against them, they don't get a lot of second chances. And for the Pelicans, teams don't shoot well against them. They're the best at guarding the perimeter in the NBA. But at the same time, they are also really good on the defensive rebounding end. So both these teams, we're going to see a lot of one-and-done trips in this game. I think, with all things being considered, I love the way the Pelicans are playing, but betting against the Magic has been a death sentence. I'm just going to roll with the Magic in this one, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.